Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2025 PACWEST Provincial Basketball Championships hosted at Capilano University. We've got a great day of games ahead of us. Game 5 on the women's side features the number 2 seed CBC Bearcats versus the number 3 seed Douglas College Royals at 12:30. Game 6 on the men's side features the 1 seed VIU Mariners versus the number 4 seed CBC Bearcats at 3. Game 7 on the women's side features the 1 seed VIU Mariners versus the 4 seed Capilano University Blues at 5:30. And Game 8 back on the men's side features the number 2 seed Camosun College Chargers versus the number 3 seed Capilano University Blues at 8 p.m. Before we begin, we'd like to pay tribute to the indigenous heritage of Capilano University.
Capilano University is named after Chief Joe Capilano,
an important leader of the Squamish Nation
of the Coast Salish peoples. We respectfully acknowledge
that our campuses are located on the territories of the Lowot,
Musqueam,
Sechelt,
Squamish,
and Tsleil-Waututh nations. At CapU, we are grateful
for the knowledge and influence
of our First Nations communities
and strive to honor Indigenous traditions as we represent CapU
and the North Shore community.
Please rise if you are able and remove any caps for the playing of the Canadian National Anthem. Before we begin, we are proud to celebrate members of the 2024-25 PACWEST All-Star teams for the CBC Bearcats. Please join us at the scorer's table for a photo as your name is called. First team All-Star, Kagari Tamita. And first team All-Star and PACWEST Player of the Year, Elisa Brudenhill. Congratulations on your All-Star Awards. We would like to take a moment to remind everyone that creating a safe, respectful, and enjoyable atmosphere is our top priority at today's event. Please remember that abusive behavior, including foul language, harassment, discriminatory remarks, or any kind of threatening actions towards players, officials, or fellow spectators will not be tolerated. Let's work together to keep this event safe and fun for all. And now the starting lineup for the Douglas College Royals. At guard, number 3, Lexi Robertson. At guard, number 7, Abnur Warwick. At forward, number 14, Lainey Glover. At guard, number 21, Lauren Clements. And at forward, number 23, Mackenzie Dalfond. Head coach for the Royals is Steve Beauchamp. And now the starters for the CBC Bearcats. At guard, number 6, Julie Dueck. At guard, number 7, Grace Park. At forward, number 10, Elisa Brudenhill. At forward, number 13, Madeline Beerwald. And at guard, at number 23, Kagari Tomita. Head coach for the Bearcats is Taylor Claggett.
Welcome inside the 2025 PACWEST Basketball Championship. It's semifinal Friday. My name is Ryan Waters, being joined by Dylan Marston as we get set for the first of 4 semis today. It's the number 2 CBC Bearcats on the women's side of the bracket taking on the number 3 seeded Douglas Royals. The Bearcats earning the bye into this semifinal of an outstanding regular season, 19-3 during the regular campaign, taking on the Royals, 17-7, the 3rd seed. The Royals had to play yesterday, and they command the basketball right now in their road gray jerseys with the white and green trim. The Bearcats in their home whites with their red trim. This is Lauren Clements, the Defensive Player of the Year. Clements wants to drive, gets into the trees, goes off the window, can't get it to go. It's going to be a jump ball called by the official. Bearcats 19-3 during the regular season. Royals 17-7. They met 4 times, and CBC won 3 of them. The last 2 meetings just a couple of weeks ago. Matter of fact, the last time the Bearcats saw live action was against the Royals. They won that weekend doubleheader by 10 points and 7 points respectively. So very close games. Vrugden Hill, we'll keep an eye on her for the Bearcats. She has it now, the PACWEST Player of the Year, 2-time PACWEST Player of the Year. Beerwald with a baseline jumper, and she's got the first points of the playoffs.
Nice looking jumper from Beerwald in the corner. Beerwald compliments Vrugden Hill very nicely, the 2 bigs. Beerwald able to stretch the floor.
This is Lexi Robertson. She was great off the bench yesterday, gets the start today, and she travels. A turnover early on. This Royals defense is very good. They allow just 61 points per game. They score 73, but on the flip side, Bearcats pretty good defensively as well, allowing just 59 points during the regular season, scoring over 74. So it should be interesting how this one unfolds. Kagari Tomita, another all-star appearance this year for her. She misses her first shot, and while Rach will clear, she wants to run the floor, then put the brakes on. Here's Clemens, wants to go down low for Dalfond, but it goes off her fingertips. Another turnover by the Royals.
I talked to head coach Steve Beauchamp before the game, and he told me about Dalfond last week having a bit of a virus, and she wasn't able to practice up and down the court really on Monday, and then to come in yesterday, Thursday, have 16 and 10. So we'll keep an eye on her, see how she bounces back. Maybe the stamina's not all there, but an impact player, very important player in this game for Douglas.
Last year's tournament MVP for the Royals as they were defending PACWEST champs. Here's Beerwald. She gets into the paint, kicks it to Dueck. Dueck, an open look at a 3. She can't get it to go. While Rage, they flat-footed rebound, and here she comes back the other way. Robertson, again, runs out of real estate, and another turnover.
Really good job by Douglas to get back in transition, and they had 3 players back in the paint. Nowhere to go for Douglas. Great job in transition defense for the CBC Bearcats.
We saw this a lot yesterday. There's a steal by Clemens. I'm talking about the full court pressure by Douglas. It caused all sorts of problems for Camosun. And now a whistle. It's like away from the ball. A foul, I believe, against CBC. Was that on Park? The referee's talking things over to make sure they have the right call. It was away from the ball, so I didn't exactly. Maybe they shot clock.
Yeah, I think they're resetting the time on the shot.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to see what they called over there.
That's Robertson now. She gets it back. Robertson trying to dunk it inside, but Vrugden Hill steals. This is Park now running the floor. Park stops for a jumper, no good, front rim. And Walrich, another rebound. Gets it to Robertson. If I'm Douglas, I need to slow things down a little bit and get it inside. There you go, to Dalfond. Dalfond got away with a travel. And that one bounced around. It will be Douglas ball.
Very frantic for Douglas right now. They're just forcing it a little. And they're coming off a good win yesterday, but maybe it was a win that shook the rust off a little. They were missing a lot of players last week due to the flu. So they're still getting their feet under them, and they need to figure it out early. They're only down 2-0, but it seems like CBC's got the advantage early.
Fiera comes in for substitution for the Royals. She was good yesterday coming off the bench as well. Rugden Hill from that high post. She'll hand it here to Dewick. Dewick is going to drive inside the paint and gets the harm. Good take by Julia Dewick.
Yeah, working off Rugden Hill in the high post. Just comes off that little handoff from Rugden Hill, goes straight downhill and earns the trip to the line.
Bearcats 67% from the free throw line during the regular campaign. First free throw of this afternoon's semifinal. Her first one is good.
Yeah, Dewick on the season, 9.4 points per game. A key piece for this Bearcats team and the success they've had out to a 19-3 regular season record.
Pretty impressive. Best in their school history. She knocks down both free throws. Bearcats still looking for their first playoff victory.
What a time to do it. If they can pull it off today, they'll go to the national tournament.
Yeah, that's right. We haven't even mentioned that yet. The winner of this game, not only the gold medal appearance tomorrow for the PACWEST Conference, but the PACWEST gets 2 representatives at the CCAA National Championships way out in New Brunswick. So both combatants for tomorrow's gold medal match are going to be off to New Brunswick, regardless of the outcome. Another turnover, by the way, by the Royals. Rugden Hill is harassed under the hoop. Good defense by Delphon. Driving is Dewick again, and she'll draw the harm.
Yeah, Dewick aggressive today. Earning trips to the line. Let's see if she can convert. But it all comes from Rugden Hill's effort, getting her own rebound, getting the second opportunity for CBC.
Sabota comes in for the first time. AJ Sabota, pardon me. And we'll check in. Dalphon's going to check out for Douglas, getting her first foul. And Dewick will go back to the line where she's 2 for 2. And now 2 for 3. Royals also have Karshma Ray come in. Krishma Ray thinking about becoming a lawyer later on in life. Hits that free throw. And she's 3 out of 4. And it's 5-0 CBC. Rye was snake bitten yesterday, didn't get a point. They needed her outside shooting. She's going to launch a 3 here. Can't get that one to fall. And coming flying through is Walrich with another rebound. She's got at least 3. And now a timeout called by the official, it looks like. Resetting the shot clock potentially. Yeah, they set it to 10 seconds now. That's the second time they've had an issue with the shot clock. So the Royals 10 on the clock to try to get to the hoop. They get the ball into Ray. Fiera now with 7 on the shot clock. She wants to drive. Scoop shot no good at the top of the backboard. And a rebound by Bierwald.
Royals still stuck at 0.
Tomita will drive. Rugden Hill. She will drive. Kick it back to Dewick. Dewick's been good so far. Hit the back iron on that one. Tomita an offensive rebound. Bounced around with Fiera. And now a loose ball foul, it appears. That's going to be on Dewick.
Royals will get the ball here. They need to get a good look. Don't worry about the result right now. Just focus on the process. Run your offense. Create a good look. Make good cuts. All the small details. And see what happens.
Here's Clemens. You know, hasn't touched the ball yet is Lainey Glover.
Player of the game yesterday.
Walrich runs out of real estate. Good defense by the Bearcats. And Sabota right back the other way. Sabota will hand it here to Tomita. First team All-Star out of Japan. Here's Rugden Hill. Player of the year with Glover on her. Tomita. Getting a screen. Tomita, scoop shot, no good. Battling for the rebound. Fiera comes away with it. She's going 1-on-2 and loses the handle and out of bounds, but it went off Sabota. Substitutions coming in for both teams as Mendoza, part of the all-rookie team, for Douglas checking in. And Huang comes in for CBC, third-year kid out of Port Moody. As Dewick will have a seat. Trying to get the ball in, they do. That's Mendoza in a battle with the Bearcat on the floor, and the Bearcats come away with it. Bierwald running the floor. She'll stop for a short jumper and nail it.
A lot of momentum for CBC right now, but it's only a few possession game. Douglas has to stay in control. They need a good look. They're driving into traffic right now, and they just need to work it around.
Credit the defense of the Bearcats, not allowing them to get inside. Here's Mendoza to Glover. Finally, she's touched the ball with 8 on the shot clock. Clemens wants to drive. Clemens to the hoop. Rugden Hill got a hand on it. but maybe got her with the body. They're going to call a foul on the player of the year.
CBC's doing a terrific job just clogging up the lanes, clogging the paint. It's nothing easy towards the hoop right now for Douglas.
Janae Rhodes will check in for CBC's. Beerwald with her 4 points will sit down. And Clemens to the line. The Royals shooting 67% from the free throw line and 100% so far in this one.
Yeah, it's good to see them get on the board. We'll see what that does for the impact of this first quarter.
Can't hit the next one. Brogden Hill will clear the board. 7-1. Bearcats. Sobota. She will drive, gets in the paint. Nice spin move away from Glover. Baseline jumper good.
Sneaky little move there. Keeping her dribble alive, gets us some space, knocks down the jumper.
Mendoza to the glass. A good strong move, and she'll get the first field goal for the Royals. Sobota back the other way. Mendoza, good quick hands, tapped it away. Sobota gets it back. She'll get across the line. Plenty of time. Hwang has it knocked away. She looked a little out of control as she was driving through the lane, but she was assisted by a foul on Rye.
Yeah, physical play right there. Yesterday for Douglas, a very physical game against Camosun, and they're back in another physical battle here against the Bearcats.
So it's playoff basketball, right?
Absolutely.
Dalphon will check back in for Douglas. Clemens has his seat, and Hwang has it at the top. Here's Tomita. Tomita traveled. Good defense by Thierra, right in her back pocket. Got Tomita to turn the ball over.
Not like Tomita to turn the ball over there, but it's a dead ball turnover. CBC can set up their defense here in the half court.
Here's Thierra. She'll have it knocked away by a Bearcat and out of bounds. And now Beerwald wants to come back in for the Bearcats. Now Brogden Hill will have a seat. First time she's come out of the ball game.
Madison Beerwald, my X factor tonight, 8.4 points per game on the season, 4.3 rebounds.
Rye from downtown at the back of the backboard, the bottom of the backboard. She has not been able to find rhythm in this tournament yet. Here's Sobota. Sobota wants to drive, bounce pass to Tomita, throws it up, looking for contact, didn't get it. And Thierra back the other way.
Great job again by CBC to get back in transition, set up in the half court. Really been impressed with their transition defense early in this one.
Here's Rye, now Thierra. Thierra inside, back to Rye. Rye thought about a three, she'll drive instead, can't get her floater to go. And CBC will track down the loose ball, that was Hwang. Sobota, probably Beerwald, inside, this is Rhodes. Now Sobota has it. And they swing at Beerwald. Beerwald going one-on-one with Dalphon, took a bump, no call. A loose ball, Thierra has it ripped away and goes out of bounds against Thierra.
Good effort by Thierra, just lost it out of bounds while falling to the floor. CBC getting their hands in there and keeping and earning that possession.
A couple of Bearcats check in. And Hwin and Park checks back in, pardon me. And Franks checks in for Douglas for the first time, part of the all-rookie team. Baseline jumper, that's Rhodes, she nails it. Her first points. Rhodes just 3 points on average during the regular season, got 2 here in the postseason. Thierra jacks up at 3, hits the back of the backboard. Good rebound by Mendoza, will go right back to the rack and draw the harm. Good effort by Mendoza.
Douglas struggling right now to get anything going on the offensive end, and that's credit towards CBC's defense. Douglas 1 of 8 from the field so far. We'll see if they can collect some points here at the line.
That's 1 for Mendoza. The leading scorer for the Royals with 3 points. The second one knocked down as well. Well, Mendoza's perfect from the line, cuts the lead to 11-5. And here comes the Bearcats. Sobota will drive, kick it to the baseline. That's Rhodes. That's where she just hit moments ago. Can't get that one to fall. Park with an offensive rebound. Park is going to send it out to Hwin. Sobota now. She'll drive. Throws it up. No good. And Glover had it, and reaching in was Rhodes, and I think it's Rhodes on the foul.
Glover had a really strong game yesterday against Camosun, not only on the offensive end, but on the defensive end as well. A good, strong player, good rebounder, and she needs to impact the game here again if Douglas wants to stick with CBC.
She shut down Konda Diop yesterday in that second half. Diop was on fire in that first half. They made the adjustment at halftime, put Glover on her, and completely shut her down. She only had 10 points in the contest, but defensively she was terrific. Mendoza knocks it from downtown.
Big shot for the Royals. It's a 3-point game.
There's an almost steal by Franks. Good pressure by the Royals. Bearcats are going to break it. Sabota will coming across the line. 19 on the shot clock. Hands it here to Beerwald. Beerwald spins, trying to get to the paint. She does. Glover hits her with the body. And she will go to the free throw line.
Mendoza last night off the bench, 7 points, adding a bit of a bench pop for Douglas.
Brogdon Hill will come back in, and so will Clements. Glover has his seat for Douglas after picking up her first foul. Beerwald, after tying her shoes, is ready for a free throw. Madeline Beerwald will knock down her first, 5th and final year out of Abbotsford, so a local kid. 5 points already early on. Make it 6. 13-8.
We'll see if Douglas can get Delphon a touch here. Get her engaged in this game.
Tough now with Brogdon Hill on her as she's checked back in. Here's Thierra working around to Clements. Clements will drive the baseline, put the brakes on, and then get a runner not to go. Hit every part of the rim and didn't go in.
Yeah, really good look right under the rim for Douglas to cut the lead back to 3, but it just doesn't go.
Duick back in, so is Tomita for the Bearcats. Here they have all 5 starters back on the floor. Here's pressure here by Franks. Beerwald, Clemens right back in her pocket. That's a good break by the Bearcats. Park has it on the right wing. Park working on Thierra, her runner, no good, kind of wild shot. Duick with an offensive rebound, and Clemens says, thanks, I'll just take that.
Ripped it away.
Right back down the floor, Clemens. Clemens from the elbow, her jumper, air ball. Delphon tried to save it. Thought she got to it, but the referee said no. She touched the out of bounds line.
Yeah, good effort by Delphon. We talked about it a bit, but food poisoning last weekend. Wasn't able to play. And coming off a back-to-back, it's not easy. Playing Thursday and then coming back, playing Friday, and playing the player of the year, guarding the player of the year.
There's a foul. Now one against the Royals. And Duick will go to the free throw line. Orech will check in. Not sure who picked up that foul for the Royals. And Duick to the line, her first free throw, nothing but net. All 4 points from Duick thus far coming from the free throw line. Second free throw, good as well, make it 7. She's good. Royals back the other way. Wolreich just coming in. This is Lauren Clemens, a rookie. Mendoza, another rookie for this Royals squad. They swing to Wolreich, 10 on the shot clock. Wolreich on the left wing. Wants to drive baseline. Nice cut by Clemens. Great pass and banks it in.
Great cut, great pass. Big bucket.
And now some full court pressure, trying to create a turnover with a minute to go in the opening quarter. Tomita hands it here to Brogdon Hill. She can't get that one to go. Gets her own rebound. It's a loose ball. Mendoza will control. Fiera, boy, there's a lot of contact under the hoop, isn't there?
There is. Playoff basketball.
Here's Delphon. Delphon trying to get a good look. She'll lay it off the window. Nice play by McKenzie.
There we go. She's on the board. Cuts the lead to 3. It's a ball game, and it felt like a lot of CBC early. Douglas, good answer.
Here's Park. The Bearcats easily breaking that press, unlike the Chargers yesterday, had all sorts of problems. There's Tomita will step back for a three-pointer. Hit the bottom of the backboard. Brogdon Hill with an offensive rebound. Right back to Tomita. And not tapped out. That pass was intended for Park, but Brogdon Hill got her hand on it and knocked it away.
Brogdon Hill, the leader in rebounding in the league, and you can see why. When she misses a shot, she's aggressively going back for that offensive rebound.
A big brace on her left leg, too. She didn't have that last year. Here's Thierra. 3 on the game clock. That one tapped away, loose ball, will just be collected here by the Bearcats, and that's how this first quarter will end. A flurry of activity by the Bearcats to open up, and then the Royals started to chip away, and they're only down by 3. Not a bad first quarter.
Yeah, great answer from the Royals there to cut it to 3 and start to get a little offense going. Only 12 points in the quarter, but they're starting to get the looks to drop.
We'll take a quick break, be back with the second quarter. You're watching the women's semifinal at the PACWEST Basketball Championship. To the second quarter we go. The Bearcats in front of the Royals in this semifinal, 15-12 after a flurry of activity. The Bearcats shooting only 23% from the field in that opening quarter. The Royals 30%, but credit a lot of the defense by the Bearcats not really allowing the Royals to get shots off. Bearcats had 17 shots in the first quarter. The Royals just 13. Yeah, they had the better percentage, but they had fewer shots.
Really impressed with CBC's defense so far, both in transition and in the half court, creating 8 turnovers from Douglas and not allowing many good looks.
Credit some Royals defense as well. Rugden-Hill and Tomita, the two All-Stars, not even recording a point in that opening quarter. Here's Walrich, left open for a 3, no good. Delphon had the offensive rebound, and Mason ripped it away. Shamara Mason on the floor for the first time for CBC. Rugden-Hill running the floor, and will bank it in, and there's her first field goal.
She's on the board now. What a run up the floor. Well-earned points for Rugden-Hill.
Walrich, Clemens, Delphon, Fiera, and Mendoza, the 5 on the floor for the Royals, who just turned it over. For the Bearcats, there's Dewick, Mason, Tomita, Rugden-Hill, and Bierwald. As we open up the second quarter, 17-12, and as we mentioned in that first quarter, the winner not only playing for gold tomorrow, but gets the berth to the national championship in New Brunswick. And a double dribble by Weirald. She had the player in the corner she wanted, but picked up her dribble and kept going. And you can't do that.
Mendoza for Douglas already with 7 points, matching last game's total for her. So a great impact for Douglas so far.
The leading scorer in the game, those 7 points. Here Delphon. Now Clemens on the right wing. Clemens traveled. Tried to squeak through Mason and Dewick, and forgot to dribble the basketball. And she turns it over. Boy, how many turnovers is that for Douglas now?
They're up to 10 turnovers, double digits already, so they're not on a good pace. They're just looking a little bit off, looking a little bit sloppy.
Here's Tomita. Tomita will get it here, Dewick. Dewick, Rugden-Hill, working on Delphon. Kicks out to Mason, three-pointer, no good. At the top, bottom of the backboard. Sorry, the back of the rim is what I'm trying to say. Running the floor, that one off Fiera, I believe, and out of bounds.
Douglas, they look a little tired, and this might come back to last weekend. A lot of the players were away sick, not able to play last weekend. Other players did have the opportunity to step up, but this team looks a bit fatigued right now, playing on the back-to-back against a team that within CBC that had the bye, well rested.
They had the bye yesterday and the bye in the regular season finale weekend as well, so it's been a while since they've actually seen action.
Which could be a positive and a negative, right? Like, you take so long off before you play again, but it's not showing right now, really, for CBC.
Yeah. Franks and Skalick in the game for the Royals. Skalick all over Dewick right now. Dewick gets by her. Dewick into the paint, but she carried the basketball.
She knew it.
She did everything right to get across in the offensive zone and then carried it over.
The seas parted there a bit for her, and I think it kind of surprised her, and she ends up carrying the ball. She knew it right away, and back on defense goes CBC.
Here's Glover, who's back in the ball game as well. Now it's Clemens. Clemens got a step, gets to the hoop, and the harm.
Great body control by Clemens to take the bump, take the hit, and finish with ease.
And Dewick are going to come out of the ball game. And coming in is Shimoda. Clemens attempting three-point play. She got it.
Foul shots are going in for both teams so far. That's good to see. Last night in the men's game, we saw a lot of missed foul shots.
It was kind of ugly. It was kind of ugly from the free throw line. The lead suddenly just 2 for CBC. Tamita saw a lane. Tamita to the hoop, can't get it to go. And Clemens box out Vergenhill, and she'll be right back down the floor. Loses the handle. Mason has the loose ball.
Frantic pace.
Tamita, she'll pull up. Jumper, no good. And a rebound by Clemens. Clemens, and it goes off Clemens. She's being harassed by Sabota. Good quick hands, physical play by Sabota. Forces the turnover.
CBC's making Douglas very uncomfortable at all points of the court. Where no matter where they are, they're just pressuring the ball and making it hard on this Douglas Royals team to get anything up the court even.
Hwang back in the ball game for CBC. This is Beerwald. Her turnaround jumper falls.
Wow, smooth turnaround J for Beerwald.
8 for her in the contest. And here's Franks. She'll bring it across the line. Now Skalick on the right wing. Cross court. This is Clemens. Clemens. Another turnover. And Vergenhill beat everybody down the floor and will lay it in.
14 turnovers from Douglas already. Beauchamp's going to call a timeout.
Not only the turnover, it looked like they just stopped on the floor, and Vergenhill thought, okay. She ran the floor, an easy lay-in, and extends the lead to 21-15.
Yeah, crossed wires there a bit. Douglas just not on the same page right now, and this lead's starting to grow for CBC, but when you look at the scoreboard, it's only a 6-point game. It's a lot of momentum for CBC, but if you're Douglas, you just got to clean up a couple things, and you're right in this game.
Yeah. I want to bring up the stat that you found on CBC, because this program has not been traditionally very good. They're 19-3 this year on a 17-game winning streak coming into today's action. But what did you dig up?
Well, I looked into the history of CBC, and I know they've had a tough go as a program, and they're really turning it around, both the men's and women's side.
Yeah.
2015-16, they won 6 games. Then they went 6 years with 0 wins.
Oh, my God.
They turned it around, brought in a couple players, which, interestingly enough, a couple players that have gone elsewhere in the PACWEST, Caitlin LaFleur, Maddie Murray, Rachel Labrador. They won 14 games. Then Vergenhill comes in. They win 14 games again, and now 19-3 in Vergenhill's second year. So a big turnaround for CBC, and it's good to see for the league.
Didn't get 1 win in 6 seasons. How do you get a kid to play for your team?
Recruiting must have been very, very hard, but
yeah,
landing Vergenhill and Beerwald and Tamita, they got a good core now.
Clemens with a nice jab step, but hits the top of the backboard, and running the floor is Hwang. Hwang misses her lay-in. And an offensive rebound by Sabota. Oh, gives it here to Vergenhill. She'll go off the window and in.
She's starting to get going now, finding the right spots. Her teammates are finding her. And she's starting to pile up points on the offensive end.
They had nothing in the first quarter, 6 here in the second quarter. Clemens gets inside and gets it to fall. Clemens was bumped by 2 bodies.
That's a big answer by Douglas. They just keep answering no matter what. 6-point game. Again, maybe 5 here if they can make good at the line. But Douglas doing a good job to move on from momentum from the Bearcats and answer back. And now the Bearcats are going to call their timeout.
Foul call in Hwang, just her first. Clemens will to the free throw line. A couple of Royals will check in as well. There is a ton of body contact under the hoop. We saw yesterday, you weren't here yet, but Camosun and Douglas, it was a pretty physical affair as well with a 3 versus 6 matchup. And this one's a little bit tighter with the 2 versus 3 matchup, but still, physicality's there.
It was. I was watching on my way over on the ferry. It was just bodies on the floor, and you were saying another body on the floor, a third, a fourth. And these players want it bad, and it's playoff basketball. Yesterday was do or die. every loose ball, the players were getting on the floor going for it. But every drive, there's just nothing easy. And the refs are understanding of that. They're letting it play out a bit. I mean, a few fouls here for Douglas getting to the line. But yesterday, it was just so physical, and the ref said, this is playoff basketball. We're going to let you play.
Yeah. Interesting, yesterday was survival mode. It's do or die. Now today there's a berth in the national championship tournament on the line, so it's quite a swing. Yeah, you want to play for gold, but gold in the PACWEST and gold nationally is kind of a nice combination.
You definitely want to win that conference title. It's big.
Yeah.
You want to go in as a champion to the national tournament. But it's a special thing just to get there. It's a lot of fun. It's a special tournament. And not many players in Canada get to go.
Yeah. Clemens misses that free throw. Keep the score where it is. That pass off Rugden Hill, off and Royal, and out of bounds. Now Dalphon will come back in. As the Royals going big with Dalphon and Glover. And Clemens will sit down. Dalphon's going to check the player of the year. In the corner. Here's Sabota from downtown. No good. That one bashed around, and it will be controlled by the Royals, but look at the Bearcats just swarming to the loose ball.
Yeah, I'm not sure what a Bearcat actually is, but I assume they're tenacious because this team, they are, like you said, just swarming Douglas. Everything is hard. Every time they want to dribble the ball, they have no space.
I would imagine the claws of a Bearcat are pretty scary.
Yeah, so if you're watching on the stream, comment, send some pictures what a Bearcat is for me.
Here's Glover. Glover from the elbow. Glover turns around, didn't see anybody, tries to go window, doesn't go. And a board for the Bearcats. Here comes Sabota. Running the floor again is Rugden Hill. She gets a hard pass, kicks it out to Tomita. Tomita's three, no good, back iron. And another loose ball, bodies on the floor, and it's a jump ball. And it'll go back to CBC.
Rugden Hill getting in there against multiple Douglas Royals. She just gets after the offensive glass. And there's a reason she's the leading rebounder in the league.
Relentless.
Absolutely.
Park checks back in for CBC as Huang will have a seat.
I like this lineup for Douglas. We'll see what they can do on the defensive end. Maybe that turns into some offense.
Beerwall, the jumper, no good. And that's maybe the easiest rebound of the night so far, the afternoon, for Dalphon. Here's Thierra. She's played big minutes for this Royals team coming off the bench. Tries to go inside. Tough pass. Went off a foot. And Sabota collects the turnover. Here's Tomita. Tomita with Ray on her. Tomita changes speeds. Finds Beerwall. Baseline. No good. She likes that shot, does Beerwald. Can't get that one to drop. Another loose ball. And it will be another jump ball.
Bodies on the ground. Fighting for that ball. And that's 15 turnovers now for Douglas, looking at the stats. And Coach of the Year, Steve Beauchamp, not going to be happy about that. If the Royals could just take care of the ball a little bit better, they're only down 6. If they clean that up, it could be a completely different story here moving forward.
Well, here's an opportunity the Royals want to take advantage as Rugden Hill is now on the bench. Rhodes is in the game for CBC. Here's Robertson, who also just came in. Ulrich with Sabota on her. Gives it here to Rye. Rye has it knocked away. Another turnover for Douglas. Down the floor for Rhodes, who is running the seam. Rhodes, the left-handed shot. She's going to drive the baseline, kick it baseline to Tomita. Now Sabota left wide open for three. No good. Tomita with an offensive rebound. Right back to Sabota. Why not? Nails it.
Big shot. These are very important moments for CBC and Douglas here with Rugden Hill on the bench.
26-17 Bearcats. Ulrich, here to Rye. Rye trying to answer. Finally, she's hit it from downtown.
Douglas answering back once again.
It's her first points of the playoffs. She averages over 9 a game, the third-year kid out of Surrey. 6-point lead for CBC. Tomita finds a lane, gets to the hoop, and gets the harm. Again, the Royals just seem to... The seas parted, as you said earlier, and there was a nice lane for Tomita, and then Dalphon had to come across, and it was Rye that's hit with the foul.
Just a bit of a breakdown there, and fatigue is physical, fatigue is mental. And like I said, this back-to-back with a team that's coming off the flu, they got to be really they got to pay attention to the details and be super keen on that going forward.
Tamita, her first basket or her first point of the postseason, going 1 out of 2 from the line. Here's Robertson on the right wing. With Tamita on her. Robertson to Glover. Glover going to drive, tried to scoop shot, but her arm was smacked by Bierwald. And that'll be a foul on 13 and White. A couple of substitutions coming in for the Bearcats. Duick and Vrugdenhill will come back in. And Mendoza checks in for Douglas. Bierwald will sit down. She's got 2 fouls. And Tamita as well.
Vrugdenhill off for only 4 possessions, I believe. So quick stint on the bench, and she's right back in there for CBC.
Glover finally on the score sheet as well. She's got her first point. 10 yesterday in the win over Camosun. Just a 6-point victory for the Royals yesterday. As Glover hits both, 67-61. Royals shot 40% from the field yesterday, 62% from the line. Here's Simona. Gets it here to Duick. Duick will bring it back to the top. Hands it here to Rhodes. Rhodes, now Vrugdenhill. Back to Duick. A traveling call on Duick. A couple of turnovers for Duick. She had that carrying call earlier, and now she's traveled. An opportunity here for the Royals to cut the lead with 3:49 to go before halftime.
Getting a little ahead of herself there, just catching and going before she puts the ball on the ground. Her feet moved, but CBC running a double DHO, dribble handoff, getting a bit deeper and deeper, and then kicking to an open shooter. I think she's just got to catch and shoot that one.
The DHO, I like that.
A little learning.
Is that a coaching term?
Yeah, it's a habit to say these terms, but
I like it.
Dribble
Keep it going.
handoff is the definition. So CBC's running a bit of a double. It's interesting. They run it at the 3-point line, and then the next one comes a little bit lower with Vrugdenhill, and she makes good passes to shooters.
Robinson hits her first. Okay, you just have to explain it. You can't just throw some letters out there and not say anything. Robertson hits her second. Cuts the lead to 3 again. Seems this is the closest the Royals have been. 3 points. They can't quite knock it down further than that.
They need that big stop.
There's Tamita with it, who's just checked back in. On the floor is Duick is having a seat after her second foul. There's Tamita. Tamita looking for space, finding Vrugdenhill on the screen and roll, but she can't get that one to fall.
There's the stop by Douglas. Got a bit lucky. See if they can counter here with a good look.
Walrich, a long jumper, no good. And that one tapped around, finally controlled here by Park. Back the other way. Rhodes found herself open for a moment, but too tight to the backboard for a shot. Here's Tamita. Nice spin move by Tamita, and she'll knock it in. It's her first field goal.
Yeah, she's the sails to this ship for CBC, the point guard, the leader in the league in assists, 4.4 assists per game, and she gets on the board with a couple points there.
Lead back up to 5. Robertson hands it here to Rye. She will knock it down. Mendoza, part of me. Mendoza has 10.
Douglas cut it to 2. Here we go. Need a stop.
Tamita back the other way. Here's Simona. Simona trying to answer. No good. Too long. The ball loose on the ground. Dalphon will control. And gets it here to Walrich. Walrich to Mendoza. She just hit moments ago. Can she again? No. Back iron. And good hustle by Park. Park fell awkwardly. Hope she's okay.
Slow to get up.
Yeah. Rhodes runs the floor into the corner. Park now just back into play. Here's Simona. Baseline. Back to Tamita. Nice move by Tamita on the ball fake. Got Glover up, and then Glover comes down and hits her with the harm. And Park looks like she's going to come out of this ball game. She does not look comfortable right now. She fell awkwardly trying to get to that loose ball. Players coming in. Here's Huang. And also Bierwald for CBC. And coming in for the Royals is Brar for the first time in the tournament. Tamita's first free throw rings out. Clemens in the ball game as well for Douglas. Tamita's second free throw attempt also misses, but Vrugdenhill got the positioning, the rebound, and she'll go to the free throw line.
Another Good effort by Brogden Hill. 5 rebounds now in the game. Feels like 50.
And timeout is called by Steve Beauchamp. The coach of the year wants to talk things over before Brogden Hill attempts her first free throws of the playoffs. I mentioned she didn't have a point in the first quarter. Well, she's erupted for 6 here in the second quarter. And defensively, she's been outstanding. She hasn't allowed Delphon or Glover really any good look or any opportunity to even catch the ball down on the other end. She's been outstanding.
She's really impacting this game, and whether she's scoring or not, she does so much for this team. If it's a simple pick or a screen or a good pass or running the rim to create looks for other players, she does every detail very well, and that's why she's the player of the year. And very impressed with her so far. 7 offensive rebounds for CBC. I can't tell how many, it doesn't show how many Brogden Hill has, but I'm assuming most of them.
Yeah. She's running the DHO, right?
That's right. They do run it off her, yeah.
Just wanted to get the terminology right.
Well, she's so good at just taking up space, and it allows lanes to open up for her teammates. And what I've been really impressed with her, and especially against a Douglas team that's a bit fatigued and low on stamina, it seems, from yesterday, she's running the floor incredibly well.
Yeah. Knocks down her first free throw. CBC's been dynamite from the line. Lead back up to 3. Looking to extend it further. And no.
There's the announcer's jinx.
Oh, yeah, sure. Like the shutout thing. I don't buy it. I don't buy it at all. There's more Rich. Here's Robertson. Robertson over to Clemens. 12 on the shot clock for the Royals. Here's Brar. Brar with Brogden Hill on her. Gets it here to Robertson. Robertson thought about a 3, gets it over to Mendoza, 2 on the shot clock. Better hurry for Douglas, and they run out of time. Good defense by the Bearcats. I thought the rookie Brar at the top just held on to it for way too long. And she's a big body in there. It's 6'1" out of Coquitlam.
Looked like Robertson wanted to shoot that, but just couldn't get a grip on the ball. Ended up passing it, and then there was only a few seconds left on the shot clock.
Brogden Hill, baseline, cross court. Hwang, she gets into the paint. Scoop shot with the left, no good. Brar with a rebound, trying to hang on as the Bearcats swarm her and gets it to Clemens.
Great rebound by Brar.
Now Warich trying to cut into this lead, or even tie it potentially with a 3-pointer. Here's Robertson. Robertson, ball fake, nowhere to go. Finally find Clemens in the corner, can't get it to fall. Gets her own rebound on the baseline. Clemens trying to draw the contact, she didn't, threw it away instead.
It looked like Brar got in her way a little bit there. Ran into her own teammate.
Here's Bierwald. Throws a fastball to Hwang. Thought about a 3, she will drive. I was going to say, did she get away with a travel? She may have gotten away with a travel because the foul happened. Robertson. It looked like she took an extra step or 2, but maybe because Robertson came across and knocked her.
Some contact on the drive. Maybe the contact happened first. Both teams shooting well from the line.
Hwang's first free throw. First point of the postseason. She averages only 4 in the regular season. She knocks down both of them. So 32-27. Again, the Royals can't get much closer than 3. They did knock it to 2.
They're hanging around, though. They're playing well. They're battling. It looks like they're battling a bit of fatigue. You can tell on with the body language. They almost turn it over there, but keep possession. But they just look a bit tired, look a bit winded. But they're only down 5, so good on them to keep battling against a well-rested CBC team.
Yeah, the fresh legs of CBC. Regular season finale bye, and then the bye into the semifinal. And now the referee's going to come to the scorer's table. Not sure exactly why. Maybe the shot clock. There are 18 seconds on the game clock, 11 on the shot clock, at least right now. See, Beauchamp is coming over for an explanation as well.
We'll see what they determine here, but 5-point game. If you're Douglas, you're right in this game. This is a very important stop. You got to communicate, and when you're fatigued and you're tired and you just played yesterday, you stop communicating as you get tired. It's really important for just this one possession. Make sure you're talking, with CBC, make sure you're talking to each other. Get this stop. Keep the lead into half.
There's Mendoza. Nothing was changed, by the way, after the referee had this conversation. Robertson, a high arcing 3, no good. That one cleaned up by Hwang. Gets it now to Sabota. 4 on the game clock. She better hurry. She might not know how long time she has. She does get a shot off and just grazed the front rim. I didn't think she knew how much time was left, but she actually did a good job to get the shot off. Oh, here at halftime in the semifinal of this women's side of the bracket, 32-27 CBC. An entertaining and very, very physical first half. We'll take a break and be back with the second half of this semifinal. You're watching the 2025 PACWEST Basketball Championship.
Game 7 on the women's side features the 1-seed VIU Mariners versus the 4-seed Capilano University Blues at 5:30. And Game 8 on the men's side features the number 2-seed Camosun College Chargers versus the 3-seed Capilano University Blues at 8 p.m. Hungry folks? Head on over to the concession and see if something interests you. For all the latest PACWEST news, visit our website, pacwestbc.ca, or follow us on social media at PACWESTBC. Don't forget to check out our live webcast if you can't make it out in person through the PACWESTBC.tv website.
God knows. I am reincarnated. I was stargazing. Life goes on. I need her, my babies. Woke up looking for the broccoli. High key, keep a horn on me. That could my CIP. Ownership, the blueprint is by me. Mr. Get Off, I get off at my feet. Couldn't try me in the tri-state. Buddy pass, but I give him splash till he hydrated. Down south, no he spook town, eyes dilated. I got the money and the power, both gyrating. I feel good, get the out my face. Look good, but she don't got no ties. I walk in, walk out with the size. Man, don't let me know what the pay. What the? I got hits, I got bucks, I got new paper cuts, I got friends, I got foes, but they all sitting ducks. Hit his turf and get cracking, double back like a deluxe. 50 deep, but it ain't deep enough. Complete, there you go, beat him up. Falling from a money tree and it grew throughout the month. Spit a loogie at the camera, speed off, yes, us. I feel good, get the out my face. Look good, but she don't got no ties. I walk in, walk out with the size. Man, don't let me know what the pay. Squabble up, 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 squabble up. Hold up, hold up. Where you from? Where you from? Bob, I'm finna go dumb, sideways, sideways, bump skunk, fever, I'm a one, baby rockin' it, quid pro quo, what you want, cause I'm watching it, broke on the floor, let me know if you clockin' it, Brody won't go, but I know that he poppin' it, it was worth tickets on sale till I silenced it, pipe down young, be some whole other politics, with him and some in him, that's a lot of don't hit him, you got kids with him, my apologies. Ghetto child, here was Blackie Miles with the Smirnoff. He high, we outside, boy, they about to kill him off. Blacks on blacks, it's a fact, this a brick or raw. Tell me why the you rap if it's fictional. Tell me why the you fed if you criminal. Hey, Doc, can I get a drop? I'm like, nah. H-Bone Coon from the west side to Senegal. It's a full moon, let the wolves out, I've been a dog. I feel good, get the out my face. Look good, but she don't got no ties. I walk in, walk out with the size. Man, don't let me know what the pay. Squabble up, 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 squabble up.
Don't you got to let me know. Should I stay or should I go? If you say that you are mine, I'll be here till the end of time. So you got to let me know. Should I stay or should I go? It's always tease, tease, tease. You're happy when I'm on my knees. One day is fine and next is black. So if you want me off your back, well come on and let me know. Should I stay or should I go? Should I stay or should I go now? Should I stay or should I go now? If I go there will be trouble, and if I stay it will be double. So come on and let me know. This indecision's bugging me. If you don't want me, send me exactly whom I'm supposed to be. Don't you know which clothes even fit me? Come on and let me know. Should I cool it or should I blow? Should I stay or should I go now? Should I stay or should I go now? If I go there will be trouble, and if I stay it will be double. So you gotta let me know. Should I cool it or should I blow? Should I stay or should I go now? Should I stay or should I go now? If I go there will be trouble, and if I stay it will be double. So you gotta let me know. Should I cool it or should I blow? Yes, all we care about is I'm fighting, keeping them good vibes.
To the second half we go of this women's semifinal. The Royals trailing the Bearcats 32-27 here at Capilano. My name is Ryan Waters. His name is Dylan Marsden. And you have some first half stats to pass along.
I do. Great start from Beerwald for CBC, leading the way for them. 8 points, 3 rebounds, 3 of 6 from the field. Vrugden Hill 7 points, 5 rebounds, also 3 of 6. So efficient shooting from the big players on CBC. Tamita hasn't gotten going yet on the offensive end, just 3 points to go along with 2 assists. Look for her in the second half to have a big impact. At the end of the day, I don't think CBC cares about the stats at all. It's just about winning. You win, and you're headed to the gold medal game and to the national tournament. For Douglas, I got some stats here. Where are they? 18 turnovers. That's the story of the first half for Douglas. CBC has scored 12 points off those turnovers. And only 6 assists for Douglas as a team. They had 19 yesterday.
Wow.
So a bit of a drop-off there. Mendoza off the bench with 10 points leading the way. Delphine battling right now. She looks fatigued. She's coming off food poisoning last week. Just 2 points, 3 rebounds.
Believe it or not, the Royals shooting better. 33% from the field, 28 for CBC in that opening half. Bearcats start with the ball. It's Tamita, Beerwald, Duick, Park, and Vrugden Hill. The 5 on the floor for the Bearcats, just like they were to start the game. The Royals are counting with Walrich. She has the ball now. Delphine, Glover, Clemens, and Robertson, also the 5 that started on the floor. 32-27 Bearcats. Here's Clemens. She wants to drive. Little floater in the paint, can't get it to go. And the Bearcats come away with a rebound. Duick back the other way on the right wing. Robertson on her. Here's Tamita. Nice spin move by the All-Star, but can't get it to fall. Trying to get her own rebound on the floor. And it will be a jump ball. Good job by Tamita. She wasn't boxed out. Went right to the hoop after that shot. She had the best angle at it if she was going to make it or miss it. They got her own rebound, but then the jump ball. The Royals have control. Walrage trying to direct traffic. Here to Clements. Clements gets the ball to Robertson. Right back to the defensive player of the year. Tries for three. No good. Hit the back of the backboard, and that's out of bounds. Back to CBC. So nobody scored a bucket yet in this second half.
Tamita's had a couple looks for CBC on the offensive end. Hasn't gotten going yet. But I like the way she went after her own rebound, like you were saying, Ryan. She went straight on after it and trying to find a way to impact the game on the offensive end.
Here she is again. Gets it here, Vrugden Hill. They go down low, Beerwall. Glover on her. Back to Vrugden Hill. Vrugden Hill wants to drive, gets into the paint, spin move on Delphon. Nice move. Hits the bottom of the mesh, but an offensive rebound by Tamita and up and under. Nice play.
Great job by Tamita. Getting in there under the hoop, gets the offensive rebound, and gets the 2 points. We'll see if that gets her going.
Man, that looked like a tough shot. Underneath the backboard and able to kiss it off the window. There's a shot by Clemens, can't fall. And it was off the finger. Who was it? It'll be Royal basketball.
Really good awareness by Tamita there to help early outside of the paint, outside of the key a bit, and altering that shot. One of the smaller players on the court just straight up, forcing the missed shot by Douglas. Tamita having an impact in 2 straight possessions.
Mendoza comes back on the floor. Clemens will have a seat. 14 on the shot clock for Douglas, so plenty of time. Mendoza, however, gets open, in and out, her attempt. And a flat-footed rebound, a running rebound by Beerwald. Here she comes back the other way. She'll get it to Park. Baseline jumper, good. That's Park's first points. And Walrich will bring it across on the left side. Hands it here to Mendoza. Duick will pick her up. Robertson working on Park. Robertson loses the handle, and Tamita comes away with it. Good steal by the Bearcats. Tamita throws it away. I'm sure Tamita was thinking that Duick was going to cut towards the hoop or not. Some miscommunication as they try to direct now and get on the same page, but she clearly threw that one away.
Vrugden Hill onto the defensive end against Delphon, not giving her any space. They're fronting her in the post, being physical with her across the floor. And this is a hard time for Delphon to even get a touch against Vrugden Hill's defense.
Here's Mendoza on the left wing. Mendoza to Delphon. Delphon has to collect it, not a clean pass. Has it now, 8 on the shot clock. Just hands it here to Walrich. Walrich trying to find some room. Gets it to Glover inside. Glover, a little scoop shot. Can't get it to fall. And it goes off Glover and out of bounds.
Suffocating defense by the Bearcats.
Sinking their claws into the Royals? No?
I like it.
Did you get any messages where what a Bearcat is?
I didn't. I had a couple messages. We'll touch on them in a sec, but nothing about a Bearcat. I'm disappointed.
Park, who just hit moments ago, tries another one. This one, no good. And Tamita will chase down the offensive rebound. Tamita will drive baseline. Gets it here to Beerwald. Her shot, no good. Somehow gets it back. Wanted to dribble with it instead of grabbing it. And now a loose ball, now a jump ball. And we'll go back to CBC.
Okay,
Flurry of activity.
I found a Bearcat, Ryan.
Oh, you did?
Looks like a mix between a raccoon and a sloth. They look pretty aggressive.
National Geographic with Dylan Marston. Bearcats have the ball. 12 seconds on the shot clock. They get it into Vrugden Hill. Working on Glover. Going right to the hoop. And it'll be a body foul, I think, on Glover. Maybe a reach-in by Mendoza. The 2 Royals were in there. Yep, it's against Mendoza. Vrugden Hill will go to the free throw line. They're 80% from the free throw line are the Bearcats, and Vrugden Hill hits this one, her 8th point of the contest.
Yeah, now tied with Beerwald for the lead for the Bearcats.
Second free throw, no good. Pardon me, that's the Royals that are 80% from the line. They've only got to the line 10 times. It's the Bearcats now shooting 70% from the free throw line, despite that miss by Vrugden Hill. 37-27. For the Royals, they need a bucket here. For the Bearcats, just keep doing what they're doing. Strong, physical, tough defense, particularly under the hoop. Vieira will get it here to Mendoza. Mendoza over to Walrich. Now Delphon at the high. Delphon with 8 on the shot clock. Vieira. Boy, the Royals just can't get any good look at all. Vieira is blocked by Beerwald. Wow. Good defense by Beerwald and the Bearcats. And this one thrown away. Looking for Huyn on the other side, but it goes into the crowd.
If you're watching this stream, just watch what Brugden Hill's doing to Delphon right now. She's taking this matchup personally, and I can't touch on it enough. Making life not easy for Delphon. And Brugden Hill, a big reason why this CBC Bearcats defense is so suffocating. They cannot get the ball to one of their best players right now.
Rye back in the game. Glover will have a seat for the Royals. Thierra now. Rye was calling for it, begging for it, didn't get it. She tried to get it from Delphon. They just won't give it to her. 10 on the shot clock. Walrich, she wants to drive baseline. Walrich with the left hand, no good. Good defense again by the Bearcats. And Stuick that comes away with it. Huyn now. Gets the ball. Down low. Brugden Hill. Delphon on her. 15 on the shot clock. Backing her way in. Double team. Shot. A wild one. No good. Looking for contact. Didn't get it.
Good early help by Douglas.
There's Walrich. Now Mendoza on the left wing. Beerwald on her. They switch to the Bearcats. Down low. Good tap away. Just exactly what you're talking about. Brugden Hill right to the hoop and can't get it to roll in. Did everything right except make the hoop. Here's Thierra. That one tapped away again by Brugden Hill. Brugden Hill will go in all alone and will lay it in.
Douglas needs a timeout. They're going to call it. Need to settle things down. The lead's growing for the Bearcats, and they have the momentum.
Kind of like the opening quarter where Bearcats scored a bunch of points. It was a while before the Royals scored. They still haven't scored here in the second half.
7-0 for the Bearcats here in the second half. You're right, Ryan, starting out like they started out the game. What the Royals have done well today is answer back, and what they can do in this timeout is just talk about what their plan is here moving forward. And it's difficult. This CBC Bearcats defense right now is on another level. They are putting on a clinic on the defensive end so far here in the third quarter.
The winner moves on to play for PACWEST Gold, and they get a berth in the CCAA National Championship coming up in a couple of weeks in New Brunswick. And then later on today is the second women's semifinal. The top-seeded VIU Mariners, we haven't seen in this tournament quite yet, as they received the bye as being the top seed, avoided the quarterfinal, and they will play the hometown Capilano Blues, the 4 seed, who had to take care of business yesterday, and they beat the Langara Falcons in their quarterfinal. And then the winner of that match will play the winner of this game in the Conference Gold Medal Championship.
The VIU Mariners are keeping an eye on this game. Of course, they got to take care of business tonight against Capilano Blues, but they are watching. I got a message from former VIU Mariner Kayla Gromay, who's watching right now.
Hi, Kayla.
And a former Gulf Island Scorpion, where we went to high school. So I went to high school there with Kayla. She was very good. Probably could have been a starter on the men's team.
The shout out to the Scorpions. A first here on a PACWEST broadcast. That one in and out by Ray. She can't get it to fall. And back come the Bearcats. That one tapped away. Thierra with a nice defensive move. Thierra is going to go hard to the hoop, runs into Huyn, who stands her ground and goes off her and out of bounds.
Bearcats are energized right now, and they're taking pride in the defensive effort and the defensive side of things. Still 0 points for Douglas in the quarter.
The Rice sisters are on the floor for Douglas. Krishma will hand it here to Thierra. Thierra working on Huyn. Thierra right to the hoop. Her wild shot, no good. And Brugden Hill will collect the rebound and hand it here to Sabota. Royals still haven't scored. Sabota on the right wing. Here's Beerwald. If you're CBC, you want Beerwald to be a little further to the hoop. And a hard foul here as both were jockeying for the ball. That was Neelam Rai. And Beerwald hit the floor hard. She's going to come out. She seems to be okay.
Douglas fighting, down 12. They need to string. What you can do if you're not scoring the ball well, you need to pick up the intensity on the defensive end. Maybe you can create a couple turnovers and get out in transition, get some easier looks. Right now in the half court, they're not getting anything easy. So it's got to start on the defensive end here for Douglas.
Here's Kirschmar, pardon me. She will drive. Runs into Rhodes, who just came back on. Now this is Clemens. Clemens with 7 on the shot clock. Clemens, a little floater, in and out. Royals can't buy a bucket. Tomita, who's back in. Rhodes running the floor. She catches it and Sends it back towards the top where Sabota was waiting for it. Now Tamita with a full head of steam puts on the brakes. Ball is on the deck and it will be picked up by Sabota. Tamita on the floor. Hwang, pardon me, with a shot, no good. And another Royal on the floor. We'll see what the call is from the official. It's an offensive foul against the Bearcats. That was on Hwang.
Great effort by Tamita to get that second opportunity for the Bearcats momentarily. Turns the ball over, or what seemed to be a turnover. She dove after the ball to create that loose ball again, and the Bearcats end up getting it, but Douglas gets it back here.
Neelam checks out for the Royals. Delphon is back in, along with Glover. And here's Rye. Rye from downtown. She got it!
They're on the board in the third quarter. Douglas answers back against CBC's got to talk it over. It's a 9-point game.
It's an interesting call by the CBC coach. You have shut them out the entire quarter. Yeah, they got a three-pointer, cut the lead to 9, but you have momentum. I'm surprised they called the timeout here.
That's one I think you make that call to eliminate any momentum for Douglas.
Yeah.
If they get going, they got a couple stops. Now they hit the big three. But you're right, CBC does have all the momentum. It's nothing to be too concerned about.
Yeah.
It was interesting, even in the men's game last night, I thought it was an early timeout. It was 6-0, I believe, in the Capilano-Douglas game, and a quick timeout by Douglas. And like you said, CBC's still in control. It's a 9-point lead. Douglas battling for every shot they can get right now. But they just want to talk it over, stop any momentum that Douglas has.
It's a great point you made, too, on the defensive end, or on the other side, on the Bearcat offensive end. They haven't got anything going. So, yeah, not a bad idea. I mean, to talk it over and work something out for your offense and try to get the player of the year back involved. She hasn't had, well, she's had 3 points in this third quarter. She's got 10 in the contest. But she's got to go up against Glover on the defensive end.
We'll see what Glover can do into the game here.
Here's Sabota. Now Tamita. Tamita, Thera on her. Will kick it back and kicks it right to Ray. So a turnover here. And back the other way. Here comes Thera.
Douglas compiling stops. That's what I was talking about. That's what they need.
Thera, 14 on the shot clock. Runs into Tamita, picks up her dribble, goes down low. Clemens with a nice cut, and she'll lay it in.
It wasn't perfect, but pretty good action by the Douglas Royals. Off the stagger, cross screen layup.
Couple of Bearcats going to check back in. Almost another steal. Good hands by Clemens. Thera. That shot by Tamita, no good. Clemens with a rebound. The Royals trying to cut it again. Clemens kicks it to Thera, open three, but a whistle away from the shot, and it looks like, I'm not sure who it's against. It's against Delphon.
Looked like maybe Tamita got pushed while the shot was going up. CBC is going to get the ball back, but Douglas answering back again, just a 7-point game. They're fighting.
The scoreboard says they gave the foul to Clemens, so she taps that one away. And off the Royal and out of bounds. A good defense, full court pressure here by the Royals.
Some Douglas Royals faithful in the crowd starting to make some noise. A little bit of energy and momentum for the Royals now.
And CBC trying to get it in. They throw it down the floor. It was chased down by Duick, who's very fortunate to get it. Here's Rugdenhill now. On the baseline, Glover on her. They kick it to Duick. Duick wants to drive, spin move into the paint. May have traveled, got away with it, and then it goes off a Royal and out of bounds. I thought she went up and down.
Hard to tell from our angle, but may have been tipped to create a loose ball, but we saw the same play yesterday called to travel, so it could go either way, but I really like the way Douglas is playing right now. They got a bit of a second wind after looking pretty fatigued earlier in this quarter.
Here's Duick into the paint. Her shot no good. Tapped around. Duick trying to get her own rebound. She winds up on the ground, and it goes off her. 2:06 to go, third quarter. A physical. It seems like the physicality is also picked up in this third quarter.
CBC started the quarter with a 7-0 run. Douglas has answered back with a 5-0 run. Let's see if they can tie the game here. They got a chance, or tie the quarter here. They got a chance.
Low scoring game this semifinal. Both teams average over 70 points a game. Here's Rye. to Robertson. Robertson with Duick on her, kicks it back to Rye. Rye will jack a three, no good. And Robertson gets an offensive rebound. Lexi was able to bump it away from Duick. Now Delphon trying to get it into Glover, and then she's hacked.
That's all off the Robertson hustle for her own offensive rebound. One of the smaller players on the court getting in there. Every possession matters so much to both teams, and to create any second chances, it's a big swing.
Sabata hit with the foul on that exchange. Robertson's got to get it in, but she didn't get it in time. Good defense by the Bearcats. As time is ticking away, if you can't find it, just throw off a leg. Is that what you're, at least you attempt to?
Yeah,
Easy for me to say.
You got to count for yourself internally. You got to understand that there's 5 seconds, and when you get close to 5, you got to make a decision. Yeah. You're going to throw it away, throw it in, or throw it off a body, but you can't throw it away.
Hall hands it here to Duick, and Duick is rejected by Delphon.
When I used to inbound balls, I used to count out loud and throw the refs counting off, so I'd count a little bit slower to give myself maybe an extra second or two.
A wily veteran move, that sounds like. That doesn't sound like a rookie move.
No, that was a later in the career. I learned that somewhere online probably, but count it out loud and the refs trying to count in their head. It throws them off.
Nice going. I like that. Walrich now after the block by Delphon. Here's Clemens. Clemens met there by Sabota. Clemens to the hoop, drawing the harm, and she will go to the free throw line. Now we see a lot more Bearcats complaining to the referee. We saw the Royals complaining earlier today. And Clemens will go to the free throw line.
What a battle. CBC has displayed some absolute dominance on the defensive end at spurts in this game, and now getting called for a couple fouls. They're not happy. Douglas, I've talked about it all game. They keep answering back. This Bearcats get a big lead. Douglas answers back. They just haven't got over the hump.
Clemens hits both free throws. Cuts the lead to 5. Sabata just gets it in, and this full court pressure starting to work for Douglas as well.
They're in trouble here.
Sabota will just get it over the line to Tomita. Now the Bearcats slow it down. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Bierwald. Now Tomita. Tomita will drive. Her shot no good. Tapped around, and the Douglas Royals have possession.
That full court pressure by Douglas is making CBC set up late. It's 12 seconds, 13 seconds left. That's exactly what they want to happen if they can't get a turnover created from it.
Ulrich looking for space, goes inside. Clemens, it goes off her and out of bounds. Clemens was looking for a holding call. Referee says no. And it goes off Clemens' leg. And the lead's still 5. There's going to be 3 seconds differential between game and shot clock, if they can get the ball in. They do just to Bierwald. That one tapped away by Clemens. Clemens to the hoop, and she will lay it in.
Great read by Clemens to jump the lane. Just 15 seconds left. Douglas needs a big stop.
Tomita, that goes off either her foot or Walrich. Walrich on the ground, loose ball. We picked up here by the Bearcats, but it's a backcourt violation.
What a swing. Turn of events here. The quarter started off by CBC dominating, and it's been all Douglas since about the 5-minute mark.
5.6 seconds to go in the quarter.
9-0 run by Douglas. 5.6 seconds left in the third quarter to add to that. And it's just a 3-point game, Ryan. They have a chance to tie.
Referees talking things over after Steve Beauchamp was in the ear of one of the officials. Not exactly sure, maybe wanting more time on the clock. The score, as Dylan just mentioned, it's a 3-point lead for CBC. They're going to put more time on the clock. They put 8 seconds now up on the board.
Good awareness by Beauchamp.
In the corner, Ray for 3, no good. Shot an air ball, and Walrich tried to save it but stepped on the line. Thought a hurried and a rush shot by Rai. They had 3 extra seconds put on the clock, and they used none of it.
Yeah, that's a situation you want to get the last shot off, because this is exactly what could happen here.
A long bong. Tomita can't get it to go, though. And it went off a Douglas player, I believe. No, went off Rugdenhill with 1.1 seconds to go. I guess that's one way to break a press. You throw it long down the floor.
Yeah, it's a dangerous play. As you see, Douglas gets the ball back. They got to heave something up here.
They'll just be happy with time expiring here in the third quarter. Boy, we are in for a wild finish. 39-36, Bearcats have the lead. They've led the entire way, but the Royals have chipped away and brought to within 3. It's going to be a good fourth quarter. Don't go anywhere. This is the women's semifinal at the 2025 PACWEST Basketball Championship. To the fourth quarter we go of this women's semifinal. It's CBC in front of Douglas by 3, 39-36, low-scoring game. Bearcats shooting 25% from the field. The Royals shooting just 28%. Not a lot of hot shooting because strong, tough physical defense, not giving up a lot for either team. So here we go. The final frame, the winner will play for gold and go to nationals. This is Park has it. Park to Sabata. Sabata will hand it here to Tamita. Try to go low for Beerwald. With Delphon on her. Shot by Sabota. Her shot is an air ball. And collected here by Douglas.
You got to wonder the CBC experience versus the Douglas experience. Douglas has been in these games before and these big moments. CBC, they're new to it. They're looking for their first playoff win. They're looking to go to nationals. A lot of pressure on CBC to hold this lead.
There's Clements. Tries to go down low. Does to Delphon. She can't get it to go, but draws the harm. And she'll go to the free throw line. Royals shooting 83% from the charity stripe. CBC shooting 66%. Here's Delphon. Delphon's first free throw rattles home. Delphon's second free throw. Cuts the lead to 1. Just 4 points in the ballgame for McKenzie. And again, full court pressure by Douglas. Sabata just gets it in to Park. Park going to bring it up the right side. Park throws it wildly, looking for somebody that was coming down the floor. That was Beerwald, but that's a tough pass to handle. And goes out of bounds, another turnover.
Douglas Royals 11-0 run right now. Former champions, defending champions, with the experience. And you got to think, our CBC starting to think about this one a little bit. And they've been a bit shaky. Haven't scored since about 5 minutes left in the third quarter.
The lead is 1. Royals have the ball. Well, Rach, those picked up her dribble. Gets it to Mendoza. This is Rye. Rye gets it into Glover. The Beerwald on her. That one tapped away. Good defense by Tomita. Going to go back the other way. 4 seconds for Walrich. Now 2. Walrich makes a move and lost the handle before she could get a shot off. And a shot clock violation. Excellent defense by the Bearcats.
One too many moves there. Had to put up a shot late in the shot clock. Good job by Tomita to tip that ball back into the backcourt and make Douglas have a shot clock violation. Big stop by the Bearcats.
Walrich will check out. Thierra is in. Thierra not even looking at the ball, just looking at her check, which is Tomita. Here's Sabota. Rugden Hill. Rugden Hill gets it to Tomita. 10 on the shot clock for the Bearcats. Tomita, her jumper is no good, and a whistle away from the shot, or during the shot. Oh, wow.
I think Tomita was bumped while shooting.
Yeah, right at the end.
Tomita trying to extend this CBC lead. CBC last year in a close game in the quarterfinal lost in overtime. They don't want this one to go to overtime today.
Tomita hits her first. And her second as well.
Back to 3-point lead for CBC. Douglas just can't get over the hump right now.
7 points in the game for Tomita. Here's Thierra. Thierra gets it here to Rye. Rye looking to get it to Mackenzie Delphon, but can't because Vernon Hill has outstanding defense down low. 5 seconds for Douglas. They get it here to Thierra. Her wild shot. She got the three.
Wow, off balance, late shot clock throwing up a prayer, and it's all tied at 41.
First time it's been tied since 0-0. Back the other way, they hand it to Tomita. Tomita, Beerwald, how will the Bearcats respond? Beerwald runs into Glover. No call, ball on the deck. Bodies on the deck, and Thierra comes away with it. Great defense by Glover. Here's Rye. Rye thought about a three, gets it here to Clemens. Clemens, a nice spin move to the glass, but it won't go, and Vernon Hill with a big rebound there.
Really good look for Douglas to take the lead. It just doesn't go.
Here's Sabata, now to Tomita. Remember, these two teams met, 2 weeks ago. Here's Sabota, 9 on the shot clock. We'll hand it here to Beerwald. Bearcats better hurry. Tomita from downtown, no good. Vernon Hill with an offensive rebound. And Delphon, who's standing right up, will get whistled for the foul.
What a battle inside with Brugden Hill and Delphon. Mackenzie Delphon battling, having to guard a very difficult assignment tonight. And she's done her absolute best, especially here in the second half.
It's her second foul, make that her third foul up on the board. The offensive rebound, though, by Vernon Hill, who misses the free throw. Outstanding down low.
She's got 8 rebounds, majority of those coming on the offensive end of the court.
And 10 points as she misses both free throws, and Thierra comes away with it. Those are giant misses for the Bearcats. 7 minutes to go. Thierra directing traffic. Thierra picks up her dribble. High post, this is Delphon. Delphon, 9 on the shot clock. Good cut by Clemens, just a tough pass to catch. And a body foul against the Bearcats.
Bit of a risky pass, pays off. What a catch. It's going to be a foul on the floor. And a baseline out of bounds for the Royals.
Delphon, a difficult catch. That foul is on Tomita, just her first. Here's Clemens, 10 on the shot clock. Clemens to the hoop, she gets it off the window.
Big buckets by Clemens. Douglas with a lead here in the fourth.
16 points for the rookie. Hoang now on the right side. Hoang will give it here for Vernon Hill. Vernon Hill down low. Her shot, no good. Defense by Clover again, outstanding. 9 on the shot clock. Here's Tomita. Wide open three, no good. And a board there by Clemens. Well, there is no rotation on her shot whatsoever. Like a knuckleball from Tomita.
No, but she's a good shooter from distance. Yeah. Just hasn't got it going. She won't care if she can hit a big three or a big bucket when it matters the most. That's all that matters is winning. Nobody's going to care about their stats if they can pull this one off.
Thierra from downtown, no good. And Tomita will collect the loose ball. Down the floor, Vernon Hill running. Nice pass inside, and Mendoza hacks Hoang.
Nothing easy for the Bearcats. Douglas being physical, putting them on the line. The Bearcats need to connect. Douglas right now on a 16-2 run, Ryan.
Great unselfish basketball, though, by the player of the year. Vernon Hill, instead of forcing up a difficult shot, found her teammate, and she gets the foul and goes to the free throw line. Looking to tie it. Hoang's first free throw, no.
That's 3 straight misses by the Bearcats at the foul line.
And you said a 16-2 run, huh?
Yeah, that's right.
Second free throw is good.
16-3 now.
She's got 3 points in the ball game. Cuts the lead to 1.
Bearcats need to bring back that defense they showed early in the third quarter. It was stifling.
It's a bad pass ball, Walrich, right into the hands of Hoang, but somehow gets it back. Walrich tried a wild shot looking for a foul under the hoop, didn't get it.
Now the ref's not going to bail her out there. She's under the hoop, trying to throw up a prayer. It doesn't go.
Here's Beerwald now. Beerwald trying to get it to Huang and does. 13 on the shot clock. She will drive. Wild shot and again draws the body contact. Fiera going to be hit with the foul this time.
Chance to knock down 2 points at the line and take that lead back.
That's her first foul. And then Rye will come in. And Walrich will have a seat. Walrich has played solid, but she's had a tough game on the offensive end.
5 rebounds, 3 assists for Rarich. 0-4 from the field, though.
First one drops for Huang, ties the game again. Bearcat, Sabata can't decide if she wants in or not. Both free throws knocked down by Huang. Cool, calm, collective from the line and gives the Bearcats a 1-point lead. Here's Thiera. Gets it to Delphon. Delphon throws it away.
She's looking
for that pass, that cut, but it just wasn't there. Good defense by Dueck. Was all over. Clemens didn't allow her to get free. Delphon's got to recognize that, though, and not throw it away.
Absolutely, exactly right there, Ryan. She didn't have the pass. Don't pass that.
We'll hand the ball here to Huang. Now hand it here to Sabota. Here's Dueck. Cross court, Brugden Hill. Brugden Hill wants to drive. She does, up and under. Nice play. Brugden Hill gets her first points in the fourth quarter. 12 in the game.
And now the Bearcats answering back after Douglas took the lead. Bearcats back up by 3. What a ball game.
Here's Thiera to Rye. Rye from downtown. She got it.
Rye on time, on target. Deadlocked at 46, 4:27 to go.
She's got 9 in the game. 3 3-pointers after getting stymied yesterday. Beerwald trying to get inside does. Brogden Hill. Her shot is good and draws the harm. She will go to the free throw line for 2.
High-low action from the dynamic duo of CBC Beerwald in the high post, instantly looking for Brugden Hill to get that seal. Deep in the paint, and all she has to do is turn and go up. She's either going to get fouled or get a bucket. Good, simple action from the Bearcats.
Third on Mendoza. And Brugden Hill will go to the free throw line. Out of Sumas, Washington. Shot, nothing but net. In her third season of eligibility, 6'1", out of Washington. Second free throw is good as well, so she knocks them both down. And now some pressure by CBC as Thiera just gets the ball. Lead back up to 2 for CBC. Thiera brings it on the right side. Thiera picks up her dribble, she's in trouble, gets it to Rye. Rye, 10 on the shot clock, now Mendoza. Mendoza to Clemens, down low. Delphon has it go off her fingertips. She has it back. 3 on the shot clock. Runs into 2 Bearcats. Her shot no good. Outstanding defense down low. Bearcats got the stop they needed. Here's Beerwald now. Huang. Tapped away. Rye with a turnover. Good steal by Rye, who wants to come back the other way. That's the ball to Clemens. Down low. Delphon all alone will bank it in.
Great pass. Great catch by Delphon with the left hand. Over the top, Douglas ties it again. Back and forth we go.
Royals didn't have an opportunity to set up their press. Good job by CBC to get it right back in. Down low, Brugden Hill. She's rejected by Delphon.
And Delphon knew it. Nothing easy around the hoop. Brugden Hill goes back to the line where she's been quite a few times here in the quarter.
This will be her 5th and 6th from the line. Delphon, that's her 2nd if the scoreboard is right. Make it her 3rd. Now she'll have a seat.
Breather for Delphon. Catch your breath. You're probably going to come back in this game late.
First free throw is missed. Glover, by the way, back in for Douglas. Arguably the better defender.
Glover, some strength and size against Brugden Hill. Switching it up a little. Delphon has the length.
Second free throw, no good either. But Beerwald with an offensive rebound. And then whistles blow as they need to reset the shot clock. So an opportunity here for both teams to take a breath.
Massive rebound for Beerwald. Tough 2 misses by Brugden Hill, but Beerwald just getting after that rebound. CBC with the ball, 3:16 left. We might think back on that offensive rebound later if CBC can get a big bucket here.
Here's Beerwald. Spin move, shot no good, but she draws the body. And another call, and the Bearcats will go back to the free throw line where they've been already 29 times.
Wow.
That one's on Clemens. That's her third. Beerwald's first free throw is good. Nothing but net. That's her first point since the second quarter. And now 9 in the ball game. And that's where she'll stay. Another offensive rebound. Brogden Hill got that one. Sabata with the basketball. Sabata wants to drive, put the brakes on. She's kind of stuck. Gets it to Tomita. 3 on the shot clock. Tomita right to the hoop. She gets it to fall.
It's not how many, Ryan. It's when you make them, in a big shot from Tomita.
Now Thierra trying to answer. Here's Rye. Rye from downtown. No good. Back iron. And it will be a jump ball here. And it will go to Douglas. 51-48 CBC. And Delphon checking right back in. And why not? She's got 3 fouls, but put her in there. Especially with an inbounds pass here.
Exactly. I like this play from Beauchamp to get Delphon back in the game on the baseline out of bounds.
Here's Glover. 13 on the shot clock. Clemens. 10. Clemens wants to drive. Good defense by Duick, but right at the end, whistled for the foul. And Clemens will go to the free throw line. Third on Duick. Clemens free throw. No.
Clemens 16 points in the game, 7 rebounds. She's looking for point number 17 here, and it's a big one.
Nope, she doesn't get it. Good board there by Beerwald. Rye trying to get her hands on the ball, couldn't get him. Now Tomita back the other way. Tomita will hand it here to Sabota. Thierra on her. Brogden Hill into the corner. Duick with 9 on the shot clock. Duick trying to get inside from the free throw line. Her shot no good. 2 players on the floor. Thierra sends it in to Rye. Nice play by Thierra. And Rye back the other way. 2 minutes to go. The lead is 3. Delphon setting up a screen for Thierra. Now Clemens. Clemens, 7 on the shot clock. Trying to get away from Duick. Good defense by Duick. Thierra loses the handle. Her wild shot is no good. And Brogden Hill with a rebound.
Just couldn't get a clean catch there. Wanted to catch it and put it up, but bobbled, and here comes CBC.
Duick sends it to Sabota. Her long 3 from the corner, no good. And Duick with an offensive rebound.
It's still loose.
On the floor, still bouncing around. Sabata has it. Referees have put their whistles in their pockets. That's down low. Brogden Hill. Brogden Hill's shot goes off the window and good.
Brogden Hill through the contact. Douglas, looked like there was a foul there as the arms went over Brogden Hill. She didn't care. She ripped through it off the glass. Big bucket from number 10 on CBC.
Boy, I tell you what, there was a lot of just kind of standing around wrestling for the basketball, and everybody stopped, and so did the referees. And finally the ball popped up, but I like it. I like to let them play.
Figure out the possession with the battle on the floor. It was still loose, wasn't tied up long enough, but the refs have just put their whistle away for that play. And it's CBC coming up with a big 50-50 ball win and a massive bucket by Brogden Hill.
53-48. Brogden Hill has turned it on. Coming down the stretch. And the Royals desperately need a bucket on the way back down the floor.
Brogden Hill now 16 points, 10 rebounds. She's got the double-double, but nothing is going to matter except for the win. And if CBC can hold on here, they'll be headed to the national tournament. They'll be headed to the gold medal match. And they'll be headed to their first playoff victory.
Yeah.
What a time.
Yeah, they're $111 away from their first playoff victory here in the PACWEST.
A lot of game left, though. 111, 5-point game. You got to take care of business. You have the advantage here, but Douglas, they've battled back all game long. See what they come up with here out of the timeout.
Here's Rye. Rye will get it to Thierra. Over to Glover. Glover trying to find somebody down low, threw it away. Brugden Hill with the steal. And now Dueck. Under a minute to go. Beerwald has it. Beerwald to Tamita, and it goes off her fingertips and out of bounds. Good defense by Rye. And the Royals now need a bucket quickly.
Potentially a game-saving stop by the Royals. They needed it desperately. They got the ball back. They cannot afford to turn it over here. They need a good look.
And relatively quickly. Here's Thierra. Thierra gets it to Glover. To Rye. Rye wants to drive. She will get to the hoop and gets the harm, and Rye will go to the free throw line with 38 seconds to go.
Good decisive decision by Rye. Looks like she was maybe bumped in the nose, or she's okay. She'll head to the line. But I like the decisiveness there, just to rip it and go right down the middle of the paint, drawing the foul.
Her first free throw misses. That's a big miss by Rye.
That's a backbreaker. That might determine this one, Ryan. 38 seconds left. A big foul shot here.
Her second free throw is no good either. But the Royals with an offensive rebound. Glover's shot, it's an air ball. And Brugden Hill with another rebound. And then Clements just grabs on for the foul. Well, the Royals have had their opportunities, just haven't been able to connect.
Looked like Glover just wasn't sure about shooting that one and kind of hesitated on the way up, and she's not happy with it, obviously, but they got to move on. It's still not over. 32 seconds left, and a missed foul shot by Brugden Hill.
Little two possession game, though. Brugden Hill. Her free throw is no good either. A chase down again by CBC on the offensive board. Tamita is going to be hit by Clemens. And Tamita will go to the free throw line.
Tamita could seal it here for CBC. What effort by CBC to get the offensive rebounds off foul shots. Incredible job.
First free throw is good. That should seal it there. 27 seconds left.
This is big, Ryan. If she hits this one, it's all but over.
Fifth foul on Clemens, so she's fouled out. So the Bearcats will move on to play for gold tomorrow. The Royals will play for bronze once they get another player in, as Clemens has fouled out. And head coach Steve Beauchamp is confused.
Yeah, he's saying that the table told him 4. And his assistants had 4, but at this point it won't really matter. Douglas is going to need a miracle of all miracles if they want to pull something out of this one.
Mendoza in now for Clemens, and the second free throw no good. Another offensive rebound by Brugden Hill.
Wow.
And now time is called by the official, saying something to the scorer's table, I think about the shot clock. And the Royals want to call a timeout.
Timeout call.
54-48. The offensive rebound by the Bearcats have been the difference.
It's been incredible. It's baffling. It's the most important quarter of the season. Douglas has just given up, I want to say 4 or 5 offensive rebounds off foul shots down the stretch, and credit to the Bearcats just getting after it. It was dangerous territory there. Douglas took the lead. Bearcats had to answer back, as Douglas has been doing all game, answering back to runs of the Bearcats. But the Bearcats, they have just had the last final run to win this game, and they feel it, Ryan.
16 offensive rebounds for the CBC Bearcats, compared to 5 by Douglas.
Yeah, if you're watching, if it's Cap or if it's VIU tomorrow, they got to be talking about those O boards and how important it is, not just to box out. It's very straightforward to say box out, but you have to get to the body early, right away, especially if Brugden Hill on her own shots. Its shot goes up. As soon as she lands, you got to put a body on her. You got to push her out of there because she's going right after her own rebound. And on the free throws, I mean, those should be pretty common sense. You're already making contact. You just got to push, and battle. But maybe a little bit of fatigue from the Royals here playing back-to-back.
Give to Sabata. She'll be fouled by Franks with 23 seconds to go. And Sabota will go to the free throw line. It hasn't just been Rugged and Hill either. It's been Tamita. It's been Dewick. I thought she's played a really good game. Beerwald as well. And that one bounces in for Sabota.
Yeah, Tamita had a tough shooting night, 3 of 17, but when it mattered the most, she got that big layup late. She's hit a foul shot or two here, and the point guard is going to head to the national tournament.
Another offensive rebound.
Wow.
17 in the contest. And for Brooklyn Hill, that is rebound number 13. She's got 16 points as well.
It wasn't long ago, Ryan. 6 years without a win, and now the Bearcats are going to go to the gold medal game.
And the national championship.
Exactly.
Out to New Brunswick.
What a time to get your first playoff win.
And Brooklyn Hill hits both. And Alyssa has got the Bearcats up 57-48. Fiera, a wild shot, no good. Glover, an offensive board. She'll bank it home and we'll go to the line. Lainey Glover, that's her first field goal. But Vigumbaliev at 2 free throws back in the second quarter. Now has just 4 points. And Robertson will check in for Douglas.
I feel for the Royals. They've been battling the flu throughout the team. Last weekend, I think it was 3 or 4 players weren't even able to play, and the timing is not great, but CBC, credit to them, a terrific game.
Brooklyn Hill will clean up the boards. 10 seconds to go in this one. Tamita will get it here to Beerwald. They'll cross the line. Sabota with 2 seconds left. She'll just dribble it out. And the CBC Bearcats win their first ever PACWEST playoff game and are going to the national championship and the PACWEST gold medal game tomorrow.
What a time to do it.
57-50 is the final. And the Bearcats will play tomorrow at 5:30 in the gold medal game against the VIU Mariners or the Capilano Blues. Those two will battle later on today in a women's semifinal. Wow, what a game.
What a
on
game.
Both sides.
What a game, and what a battle by Douglas. A tough loss, but the way CBC came out in that third quarter, I thought this was going to be a blowout and CBC was going to run away with it, but they start with a 7-0 run. Douglas answers back with a 16-2 run to take the lead, and CBC shows some experience of their own, learning from last year's overtime loss to come up in the clutch and get it done.
You know, I think that really fueled the fire for them coming into this year and then this playoff game as well. They felt that heartbreak last year of losing in overtime. They were the 3rd seed. They lost to the 6th seed, the home team, Okanagan Coyotes. They came out here. They started so hot in the first, so hot in the third, and the Royals came back, and then they just hung on, did the Bearcats in this one. Lauren Clemens is the player of the game for the Douglas Royals.
And for CBC, the player of the game is number 10, Elisa Bergenhill.
And Elisa Bergenhill will be the player of the game for the Bearcats. We'll try to get a word with her coming up in a moment or two.
What a performance. 18 points, 14 rebounds, and we'll get a look at how many O-boards when we get the box score here, but electric celebration from the Bearcats.
And they will celebrate this one for at least a couple of hours, and then they'll get ready for either VIU or for Capilano coming up tomorrow at 5:30. Here comes Alyssa. We'll give her your headset there, Dylan, and we'll put the headset on her. Come on and join us over here.
Next up, we'll have the number 1.
Congratulations on the victory.
Thank you.
How does that one feel after the heartbreak last year of losing in overtime? You come out and you get this one. It's got to feel so satisfying.
So good. We got a much more experienced team, and we had that loss last year in the first round, and we did not want to do that again. So we've been focusing hard over the past 2 weeks, and the team really came together on this one.
You guys started hot in the first quarter. Douglas battles back. You start hot in the third quarter. They battle back. What was the conversation like in the huddle when Douglas is starting to claw back and make their run?
They're a great team. They got 3rd seed. Like, we've been battling them all 5 games that we've played them, 4 in the regular season and today. they're a great team, so they're going to go on runs. We know that, but we got to be resilient. We got to build off our practices over the year of us building together as character, together as a team. We've overcome a lot of things and difficult things and being resilient for sure. Push through.
The team had, I think, 18 offensive rebounds.
Yeah.
Does that blow your mind when you hear that this team, especially on free throws, just offensive rebounds, which really led to second chance opportunities?
Absolutely. We're always pushing. You got to get that O board, but then we have to have someone short and long. So if we have enough people crash, we got a couple people back, we're good. So, yeah, for sure.
This is the school's first PACWEST playoff victory on the women's side of things. Amazing. What does that mean when you hear that?
It's incredible. Again, like over the past 2 years, this program's been really building. So big, like our institution has been behind us, our administrative staff, our fans, our friends and family really pushing us and making us better, and all of us building together. It's been great past 2 years, and we love it. We love this last 2 seasons.
You're from Washington. Now you're going to New Brunswick. Have you ever been out there?
No, the furthest east I've been is New York, so I'm excited.
Well, go celebrate this one. Congratulations.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
On the player of the game
Appreciate it.
for the CBC Bearcats with a ton of points and a ton of rebounds, 18 points, 14 rebounds, as the Bearcats are moving on with a 57-50 victory here in a women's semifinal. We'll take a break and be back with a men's semifinal. That's coming up at 3 o'clock here on PACWEST TV.